Hey there, welcome back. Marius here, and yes, I still want to talk about Crosswind, and this will be all about ship battles and ships and everything, right? So let's jump right in the point. The alpha is over, but I have recorded few battles, so I'm gonna show you 4 battles and 1 upgrade. So everything I thought it would be cool to capture, I recorded, and here we go. Uh, there will be some interesting, cool things. I'm gonna, um, explain them and show them where and what to look. But if you don't want to, just mute and watch in silence. Also fine, because yeah, it will be all. So I have mid-sized ship, and I attack transporter, which is also mid-sized ship. As you can see at the top, we have 6 allies versus 7, and 1 sergeant. That one extra yellow guy is the sergeant. Yes, you saw me accidentally dropping in the sea. That will happen more. What you need to do then is go back near to your ship. It's the mechanic from the game. You climb on board, basically you're teleported back. But if you run out of the stamina, you will slowly drown. So if that's a bigger ship or you further away, this also can happen. When you're ported back on a ship, you're dropped somewhere in the middle. And as you see, well, everyone is swinging. There are 6 versus 6 NPCs fighting, and all the weapons have swings and area of damage. So accidentally, well, I got hit a lot. So you will see the tactics here is also giving some tactics. They're going with those ramps, and I am coming from behind where they are not even facing. And boom shakalaka, we got it. And loot, whenever you take over the ship, there are 50 for this from this ship, 50 and extra loot, and afterwards you go back on your ship. The boarding is done, and the old ship is basically sinking. You got the loot, which is more if you just kill the ship. Then I don't think you can get the items, whatnot. All right, this was mid to mid-sized ship, and then obviously next combat is when I got cocky. I'm like, you know what? I know I have upgrades, I have foods, I have skills. Let's take the big one, right? I'm gonna fast forward because the ships are the close speed. Takes some time to catch up. Started recording, didn't know how it goes. Well, if you're looking at the frigate and thinking, hey, that ship is out of my weight class, and I have 4 cannons, that beast has way more. So should we really engage? The answer is obviously no. I thought I had a winning chance. And then now in retrospect, when you look at the top, I have 6 allies. Well, they respawn for the amount of time. So 1 already done. But also what you can see, I died from 2 hits. When you die, well, you don't have the food bar. So I immediately start eating, and I have 4 bars. But guess what happens next? I've been just one shot with the musket or pistol in the back and died immediately. And I'm like, oh, there are not only more of them, but they are way stronger than I am. And I am with the blue sword 5 times upgraded, so it's approximately two-thirds, even more, of the playthrough. Yeah, you have the green, I think, the red, the blue, the red, the rarities, and you can upgrade each of them each time. So it's, yeah, I overestimated my chances. But what also is interesting, look what mechanic the game has. I'm the last man standing. If I die, it's over. But even if I don't die, there is a countdown. My ship will be taken over. I boarded. All of my allies' crew is dead. Now they are taking over my ship, which is not great. But what we learn from this mechanic, there's a timer. You can't squeeze, some cool tricks. Jump in the water, then climb back in, healing, running around through the decks. You are on timed manner. And don't worry, the ship is not taken literally. As of now, in early alpha test, that was there. But what is happening is basically you're forced to die. When time counts down, you die. And what happens when you lose the combat? You are being thrown on an island, and your ship is left on the sea. It's like, yeah, it's right in a meow meow. Like you lost and you fail it, you know. So obviously, don't go out of your weight class. So naturally, what should be the next video is this one, which I'm arriving now in the mid to late game in Tortuga. There's a ship merchant that requires a lot of items. I'm like, I got them. What you got for me? I did not look up for me. I was recording because I was like, let's see what ship you give me. And I'm like, nah, can't be. That's too big, you know. That's what she said. And I'm like, no, I have a frigate, and I see no other ship. That was my one. I arrived just to check I'm not glitching. I'm like, nah, can't be. I'm just here for you see the size. This was my previous ship. You saw 2 battles with this one. And then this is the end of the alpha test. It's possible to purchase and unlock and get frigate. And if you're wondering if that's the ship size I just attacked, yes, you're right. These cannons, a bit more than 4. And I'm gonna fast forward. You know, this is just walking through 3 decks, fully run around in the combat. It might come in handy. You will see how it is in helping. All right, the actual speed, but I'm gonna fast forward because it's slow. But I just want to show you what I saw. What was the outcome of frigate? You got it. This is the size of the ship. This is the new ship. This is like, I was like, I couldn't believe they're giving to players this beast. And at that point, I'm like, oh, let's test those guns out, shall we? So the third combat, where I'm like, okay, boarding probably will not be cool, but now we are in switched roles. I'm in a big ship, and it's the scout. Equivalent of the transporter, doesn't have the goods on board, but have, I think, 100 money. So at this point I'm like, okay, I have 6 cannons on the first deck and 12 on the bottom. That's like a lot of cannons, almost 5 times more. I'm like, boarding, nah, let's see those guns in action, you know, just for testing purposes. Was that a one hit from one side? Yes, indeed. And somewhere, I think, I checked it, it gave me 50 money, right? Yes, 50. And I think when you board it, it gives you 100 with some silver usually. So you don't get the extra loot and you have half the money, but way faster, if you ask me. So at that point, I'm like, oh, that's the frigate style. So obviously, the last combat we need to check is, what if now the fight is equal? I need to point out, you will see when I disengage from the ship, yes, these are 2 big badass ships. Oh, it's pretty fast. So, frigate versus frigate, but I also have fully upgraded gear. Not fully upgraded gear, but weapon for sure, and I have different weapon. I tested out the mace, and the mace is the best. It destroys their shield and is, well, way better than anything else. Oh yeah, you see, for the brief moment you notice I have the latest gear, but not fully upgraded. And now we have 12 versus 12. Is it increased speed? No. Right speed, sorry. And you see now the ships are equal, and we have big battle ahead of us. 3 surgeons, and of course I need to engage, otherwise my crew still can be killed, you know. We saw how it happens in the previous time. The problem is, I have my problem. When the fight happens, you have one chance, there is no save, nothing, you know, everything happens in real life. So it's pretty hectic, and Now, when you look, yes, my guys have green names on top of them, so it should be easy to notice and see which is your guy, which is not. And in the middle of fight, when you try to survive, when you don't kind of avoid any area of damage when they are swing around, it's messy. It's messy. It's chaotic. It's stressful. It's still you take damage. You will see in a moment. I find a way how to hit two guys once. I receive the shot, half of the damage, half of the health is gone. And yeah, stamina is over, but I still swing around to kill. I use a chance to lifesteal, but the guy was already a little health, so yeah, that was not great. And here I got another shot, almost died. So it's not that, you know, super easy. And as you can see at the top, it says one sergeant left, but it's one sergeant respawn. There are still 5, there are more than one guy currently on the screen, and my allies, basically the backup, they're also run out. So now I need to... I'm the last man standing, yeah, well, and some other guys, anyway. And your ship will be captured in 45 seconds. It will not happen, no worries. This will be a successful shooting and killing for some help. And some of their guys, that's their sergeant, and their sergeant is down. And as you can see, there are still some sailors of their side. They are surrendering. There is absolutely no need to do nothing about them. Of course, the guy ducked, which made me angry. You know, you need to show them some piracy stuff. And this is the ship. I'm gonna show you what's the loot. I couldn't find the stupid chest, which is here. And don't mind me, you know, this is the guy probably that shot me in the back. 400. 10 silver and 2 boxes, which is absolutely worth it. The money is a lot, and combat is over. Ish. They are on my ship, you know. That was rightful thing to do. Yes, there are bugs a little bit. You see, I couldn't get away from it. Yeah, it's not needed. You can just jump on a steering wheel. You know, and that's it. So now you've seen 4 different fights, good and bad, winning, losing, what's the possible outcome. Also, of course, I need to take a shoot also the enemy, so you see how much damage it can make. And that's it. These are the combats I recorded. This is what was there. Let's hope the next alpha comes soon and it will be open so everyone can enjoy, jump on board, because the game was great. Is great. Still, I love the ships and the fights and everything. Alright guys, that's off from my side. Links in the description, timestamps you already missed because this is the end of the video, and we'll see you in other videos. Cheers.